Hey, baby. Yep, I'm back. Ready to watch some Netflix and shit. Oh, you got my Ultramarine figure. Or mini. No, it's not a doll, it's Ultramarine. Ultramarine is like the poster boy Space Marine for Games Workshops. What's a Space Marine? A Space Marine is like a future soldier guy in Warhammer 40k. Warhammer 40k is like a tabletop game that is set in the 41st millennium, I believe. It's kind of like a dystopian, super hyper fantasy, post apocalyptic setting where humanity is banded together under one, not organization, under one, yeah, one group in order to fight off the darkness that is the presence or that reality. Yeah, well, I would say we're the good guys, but we are the humans. We're the human faction. If it does make it easier to know who to relate to. But yeah, let's go Marine. They're like the poster board, cookie cutter, like guys who are good at everything. Their leader, his name is Gillyman. I know it's very silly. That's their dad. Well, not like regular dad. That's like their gene sire. They're genetically altered humans. Genetically altered as in like they're 8 foot tall, eat whatever they want, run faster than cars, lift up cars, crush them, headbutt them. Yeah, they're pretty cool. But they're like not even the main fighters. They're a very small faction in the greater Imperium, which is what is called the Imperium of Man. All humanity's united under the Imperium of Man. Yeah, they're pretty tight. There are other types of Space Marines who all do actual specializations like the Space Wolves. They're Vikings basically in space. They're berserkers. They're good at close quarter combat. Ooh, ferocious attacks. Very showy. And there's the Raven Guard, which are the stealthy boys. They're very sneaky. How can you be sneaky? Being 8 foot tall, power armor, by going very fast and very slow. I know it's contradictory, but like if you saw them, you'd understand. They're super emo. That's why I saw the Raven Guard because Edgar Allan Poe, Ravens, all that. And ironically, their Primarch, Corvus Corex, he hates poetry. Yeah, he's a super evil dude who hates poetry because he grew up on a slave planet, and the slaves would sing different, slave songs. And that kind of reminded me of his childhood. He's like, yeah, I'm like, I don't mess with that. But he's pretty cool. He has black eyes, like truly black, pitch black eyes, pale skin, long metal hair. For the super sweet, nice guy. Because they're kind of like funny. They're kind of scary, but they're super sweet, kind of like the salamanders. Yeah, the salamanders. They're the Space Marines that use flamethrowers and different kind of melta weapons. When they fight, they are really good at being times that humans actually care about people. Which is kind of like their genetic flaw because they will choose saving lives over taking the objective, which would save them more lives. But they care about the immediate loss of life over everything. Which, younger, me, and when I was younger, I like, oh, they're the true good guys, but understanding like the long term consequences of certain actions, it might not be always the best policy. And I want to say it balances out because the rest of the Space Marine chapters are so brutal, and the rest of Imperium so brutal that you kind of need pure boys in order to have some sense of hope in that universe. Yeah, the Salamanders, their Primarch is Vulcan, who's big black, and that's not like his nickname. Like, he's a gigantic black onyx obsidian colored guy. He's the tallest and the biggest of all Space Marines, and he is a perpetual. A perpetual is like a person that can't die or can regenerate like super duper gooey well. Like he was tortured for months, burnt, beheaded, and he did grows back. Like kind of like Deadpool, copyright pending and all that. Like you can't say Deadpool, but he's basically like the Deadpool X Factor, healing factor. And the meme to make him talk to get an African accent like Muke Dis. I am Volk. Because he, the planet he's from is basically as if Africa was covered in volcanoes. They have like fire dragons and gigantic fire-based serpents everywhere. But he came from that planet, and when he joined the Great Crusade, he just started making stuff. He's a craftsman, super genius, super good at crafting. His hammer, his warhammer, is actually also a teleporter. So when the dude that was torturing him, then Comrade Kurz, another Primarch, we'll get to it. Another Primarch finally gave his hammer back. He said, dummy, the teleporter hammer is deactivated. You're stuck in here with me. And he woke him like fairly phony. Because this is also a hammer. And he beat him bad. He beat that man so bad that he woke up in chains. We have Vulcan, super chill, super good. Opposite of Vulcan is Comrade Kurz. He's kind of like Corvus Corax, except the evil version, because Comrade Kurz rules the night, like he rules from the darkness. Corvus Corax owns it. He even admitted to it. Comrade Kurz hated Corvus Corax because he owned the night. He could blend in into darkness. He just was at home at it. And it was at home within him. Corvus Corax, Comrade Kurz, was more of an evil Batman. Like he cared a lot about justice, just like Corvus Corax, except his justice was very demented and based in fear. And he really is a good example of that fear-based rule isn't long-lived, because the planet he came from, named Nostromo, it was a lawless, evil place that had very few good people. Like he was literally like chased by a cannibal this first moments after he came out of his birthing pod, and had to kill the guy who's trying to kill him, and they kind of affected him, understandably. But when it came to the Great Crusade, which was like the big retaking of all the human planets, he was, thanks for breaking for this, he was results on the budget. He would take planets and put them in compliance without much bloodshed being done. Like, the Night Lords is the name of his chapter, or what was Legion, now chapter. Well, more like War Man, we'll get that. And they would show it to a planet, not even touch the planet, and throw out the bodies of a bunch of people from a captured ship from that planet, and the planet would give up. Not into the planet, the entire sector, like multiple planets would give up, resisting the Imperium's rule because they knew the Night Lords were there. Which is just like understandable, thinking that like, yeah, only 100 people died. They died horribly, but only 100 people died, versus a drawn out war where millions upon billions would suffer. People on both sides would die, and the results would be the same. But the thing is, Conrad's Legion didn't see the justice, the least a little bit of good that would come of it, and just loved the murder. They're murderers before anything. And that ended up causing Conrad to resent them, hate them. But yeah, if I put this food in the fridge, we'll talk more about this later, baby. That was your name. Car accident. That's crazy. But yeah, we'll talk more about Warhammer later. But bye bye.